I'd imagine it's been a long couple of days. Most are after a loss. How have you seen the team, especially today, respond coming off of what you guys learned from the
Yeah, well, we learned what we needed to learn from that tape on Monday, turned the page, now we're on to the Jets.
How about you for you personally? What's it been like the last few days of just...
Yeah, I mean, it's football. You're not going to win every single one. You can't dwell on one loss. So, again, we use that 24 hours to focus on what we need to change and come out here, have a really good day of practice, which we did. Guys came out ready to compete, ready to go. So it was good to see that.
We've talked a lot about how Stefon is good at calming you down during a game and being that support there. What about after a game or a few days after that? What are those conversations like?
Again, we can't just focus on one game, one loss. We talk on Monday and we communicate what went wrong, what went right, what we need to fix. And I think we had I think throughout the entire team had a good day of communication on Monday of just being honest with ourselves and trying to fix some problems that we may have and come out here and practice and work on those problems. So again, we got to put together a game plan to face a really good defense on Sunday against the Jets.
Dawson might come back, is trending in that direction to coming back. What would having him back on Sunday do for this offense?
Well, I mean, I think he's just another guy that you got to focus on, whether you're putting a linebacker or safety on him. Guy that's big, powerful, strong, fast. Obviously he's made some plays for us this year, and we're going to need him to continue to make plays for us if we want to be successful.
Josh, this last game aside, 8 games in now, kind of the halfway point. Where do you assess where your game is at, maybe compared to a year ago?
I mean, again, I'm not trying to compare years to years. I'm just trying to be the best quarterback that I can be. We're 5-3. Not where we want to be. So we got to turn our attention this week and go 1 week at a time and try to go 1-0 each week. And that's been our mindset since we stepped on the field in training camp. We gotta find ways to win football games and stack wins, but it starts on Sunday against the Jets.
Josh, Sean earlier today, he essentially said he was asked a lot about the running game, and he kind of said, he thought it would be further along than where it is right now. Give us your assessment of where the running game is at this point.
Yeah, our guys are running hard. We got to be better. We know that. It starts with me. So whether it's making the right checks at the line, making the right mic points, just figuring out what we're best at and trying to go out there and game plan for that. So again, we're working on it. We're trying to get better at it, and I got no doubt that these guys are putting in the time and effort to be better at it. And we got to go out there on Sunday and execute.
Is it problematic, though, that if you look at they term it big plays, 10 yards or more on rushes, you and Mitch combined have 13, your running backs only have 9. Is that a concern? Don't you need bigger plays from those guys?
No, I mean, I don't really think that's a great stat. It's, I think, being more efficient in the run game. We don't need big plays every time we touch the ball when we're running. We got to consistently get 4 to 5 yards. Again, I think we're more than capable of doing that, and guys understand that, guys know that, and again, we're working on things to improve that. So, again, it's all about going out there and executing what's called.
Josh, when defenses have played cover 2 and played back and made you kind of take your time to lead the team down the field, how frustrating can that get, and how much do you need to remind yourself to stay patient in those situations?
It's not frustrating at all. Teams have been playing us differently this year. We understand that. So we got to be smart with where the ball goes, how we continue to move it, making sure that we're holding on to the football and not turning the ball over. And again, we didn't do a good enough job of that this last week. So, there's statistics out there in the league that whoever wins the turnover battle, you're going to have a much higher chance of winning that game. So that's really the point of emphasis that we got to focus on.
Josh, how do you kind of assess where the offensive line is as a whole?
They're working their tails off. Again, there's been some guys out in changing spots, and they're doing the best job that they can, and we're going to continue to improve. And it's everybody on the team, offense, defense, special teams included. We got to find ways to be better each and every day.
Going off of Josh's question, how challenging is it to consistently take the boring throw or the check down when you're a guy that I know likes to touchdowns first, and you've joked around about that, but how challenging is it to consistently make that play?
It's not challenging at all. Really just comes down to being smart, making the right throw, having guys get open and letting them catch the ball and turn and try to get some yards for us. And Again, I feel like we've been doing that pretty good throughout the year, and obviously this last game didn't do it enough. But again, it's just one of those things that we had to continue to focus on the ball, and it starts with me.
Matt Breed is a guy who hasn't been active. Sorry about that.
Go ahead.
Matt Breed is a guy who hasn't been active a lot this season. What have you seen from him, though, during practices that makes you think that he could step in and make plays?
Yeah, he's as consistent as anybody on this team. Same attitude each and every day. Obviously he wants to be on the field, as does anybody. So, I expect him when he gets an opportunity, if it's this week, next week, whenever, for him to step up and make some plays for us because he's a heck of an athlete. He's got game-breaking speed, and he can do some different things for us.
You balance sort of taking what the defense gives you versus trying to get Stefon as involved as possible, knowing what kind of a playmaker he is for you?
Yeah, again, the right throw is the open throw. Whether they're throwing a safety on top of him or single high coverage, whatever it is, the guys that are open, I'm typically going to try to throw the ball to them. So he's been doing a good job, and I know that we haven't got him as incorporated as maybe as we want to, but that'll come with time, and I got no doubt. He's working his tail off. He's ready to go each and every day, and I'm sure things will start clicking in the right direction here before too long. Because again, when you consistently do the right things like he does, you usually tend to make a lot more plays than you don't.